This is a Christian rock channel. I do original Christian rock, and on these videos I just create the song from scratch. I came up with a riff ahead of time, so I just kind of have this idea for a chorus. Then I might do a second half of that chorus. So it's basically, now I'm tuned down a minor third, but I'm going to call this a D because that normally would be in standard. But I'm basically in D major for the chorus, tuned down a minor third. And the verse then, I think what I'm going to do is a really simple like power chord thing. So it'll end with that, so it'll kind of change modes for the verse. So it'll be an A and a B section, really easy stuff, and I'll just kind of go A, B, A, B, A, B. Anyway, I'm going to do the left and the right guitar, so I'm going to hit record and just go for it, so yeah. So the left side went well. I did an intro thing, so it's not going to go directly into the verse. I have this little tag at the end of the chorus where I was doing and resolving to the tonic there. So I did that twice for an intro, and then it'll go into the verse. But then it's just verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Yeah, I have a different sound. This is the right side, and I'm going to track it right now. Okay, I'm going to improvise the guitar solo. Got a bit of echo there. The bass part is pretty much improvised, much like the guitar solo. I'm just going to hit root notes and then play around in the scale. That's my approach. I'm going to do the drums. I just deleted, actually, one sec. Hit save. There's a thunderstorm going on outside, so if I lose power, it's going to suck if I lose the whole song. Checking, yay, okay. So I went in and I got lunch. I threw my hoodie on. It's still raining. Although the rain let up a bit, it's just kind of like a drizzle now, but temperature dropped a lot, so I threw this hoodie on. And I have my air conditioner on and I could turn it off, but the second I do, I start getting really hot, so I'm just letting it run. So yeah, this is kind of balancing out my body temperature. Anyway, I'm going to do a verse. I got like two parts. So like the verse is a little bit long, so I kind of did like two different sections for the melody. The first one repeats, and then the second one repeats twice. I'm going to do the chorus separately because I might end up throwing harmonies on it, and just in case I want to trail the verse into the chorus, this makes it easy. Also, I have no idea what I want to sing for the chorus, so I'm just going to record this and hope something pops into my head. That's usually what happens. All right, so damn it. I just recorded the freaking verse and I got to do it again because my memory card and my camera is full because why not? Sundown, are you back into a corner? Eyes are wide, want to. Oh, now that vibe, my heart into the color. I fight about unto. Oh, now Jesus, tell me righteous. Okay, so I'm going to do the verse, or no, I'm not. I'm going to do the chorus. Like the swim, I'm gonna rise above, and I'm giving love to Jesus. Like the swim, I'm gonna rise above, and I'm giving love to Jesus. All right, that should do it. I gotta cut the silence here, especially in the solo, because I burped really loud halfway through it. It'd be a great thing. The guitar solo is going right. All of a sudden, you just hear bleh. Okay, though. So the song's done. The harmonies were a little bit improvisational, although so was the chorus. So yeah, no surprise there. It's done. The harmonies go down. Everything vocal-wise gets compression, EQ, and reverb, more so on the harmony parts than the mains. Also got to delete these scratch tracks. I mean, they're muted, but I would unmute it somehow and screw everything up and have to rebounce. Trust me, I'm dumb like that. Okay, typos out of the lyrics. Good to go. Yeah. What I'm actually writing about typically is my faith. So I said this is Christian rock, and I'm just writing about that in general. Nothing like super deep. Don't ever go like deep diving into my lyrics and be like, oh, this and this and this. It's just like kind of like along the lines of that. And I'm saying thanks to God for everything you do for me. And just music is a gift, and I'm saying thanks for it. So it's kind of like that. So you'll find the lyrics in the description box. It's also helpful if you can't understand what I'm saying when I'm singing. There's a link to my music. It's a Linktree link, and if you click it, you'll just see a bunch of options to go to many different online retailers where you can purchase and stream music. And then the top link that I have in the description box is to Faith Center in Glendale, California. It's actually PastorMelissaScott.com. She's the pastor at Faith Center. She took over from her late husband, who was from the 70s-ish, until 2005, I believe, and then I got to check on those dates one time. And then around there, 2005-ish, up to now, she took over. So the teaching there is pretty much non-denominational. It's just what the Bible says. So there's no like agenda, like we have to like make these lines fit what our denomination believes. It's actually the opposite of that. It's we have to figure out exactly what the original intent of the writers was so we can understand actual Christianity and what it really is and not what we want it to be. A lot of people make a religion out of it, and it's not even supposed to be a religion. It's a relationship with God. It's just a relationship based on love and trust, and you keep walking in faith and trusting God. That's what Christianity actually is. And you're placing your trust and your faith in God, specifically that he came down in the flesh, as the flesh, if I could talk, it'd help. He lived a perfect sinless life as Jesus Christ. He perfectly fulfilled everything in the law of Moses. So from the very beginning, ever since the first people, we have been in a fallen state. So we keep inheriting it from, the original people. We're in a falling sin nature. We fall short, and we don't have that connection with God anymore, or we haven't, until Jesus came, did what he did, and reconciled us back to God. But there's a condition that you have to faith. And I say faith as in a verb. I'm forcing it into a verb because it's an action verb and it's ongoing and continuous. So if you're reading in the original Greek in the New Testament, the word is actually pistis. It's actually an action verb. It's ongoing and continuous, and the grammar alone lets you know that this is a trust, faith relationship with God, and it has to keep going, because what happens is, as you keep trusting and faithing in God, that his finished work on the cross is what we can look to and what redeems us, then God is working with you from where you're at. So a lot of people do things backwards, and they think they have to clean themselves up, and they have to make themselves worthy, and they have to make themselves righteous. But we have no righteousness. All of us have fallen short. No one is worthy. Our worthiness is imputed onto us by God because of our faith and trust in Jesus Christ. And God starts changing you as you keep faithing. So God's not going to disconnect, but we can disconnect if we stop and cut that faith connection. So you have to keep connected in faith, and God will keep changing you. So don't let anyone tell you you're too bad or you've done something too awful to be a Christian. You just keep trusting God. God doesn't get surprised, trust me, because he's seen everything. So he's going to just work with you where you're at, as long as you keep that trust relationship and as long as you keep walking in faith. That's it. That's the qualification. You have faith that what Jesus did on the cross was sufficient to pay for every single thing you've ever done and ever will do. As long as you keep that trust, God will work with you and he'll start changing you from the inside out. So you're not going to be sinless or anything like that. That's impossible, because we're still in sinning containers. And it's a process, like I said. So you're constantly growing and changing because of the action God is doing onto you. So we receive that change from God. It's the power of God that is changing you. So yeah, that's it. It's a relationship. And you have to keep on progressing in that relationship. That's it. So they teach this and much more. And if you're interested at all, it's really good stuff. Click the link. You'll find more than you could ever want to know. And if you're like me, there's not really a limit. I just want to keep learning more because I want to have that relationship with God and understand it. The more you know about a person you're in a relationship, the better. You want to learn about God because you love him and you want to just keep learning more and understand more what he's done for you. So that's the reason for studying the Word. To really be a Christian, you just trust God. You love God. You understand he loves you more than you could ever even imagine and possibly reciprocate. You just have to keep holding on and keep trusting him and have faith. And then read the book, because that's the way you get to know God. If you click the link, you'll find someone that actually knows what they're talking about without an agenda, and you can learn about what you're reading, because it's really important to do that. I mean, unless you speak and read fluent Hebrew and Greek and Aramaic, it's a little hard to get the actual meaning from some of the translations, because it's usually close, but it loses something in the transmission. So it's good to have someone really be able to tell you what this actually says. And there's a lot of it. That faith thing just being one of them. Faith is a noun in English. It doesn't carry the same weight. It just makes it seem like, oh, I can just believe this one time. It's higher than belief. It's action, acting in faith. Not like a works doctrine type thing, don't get me wrong there. But faith itself is the action. So, yeah. Anyway, subscribe, like, comment, share. I'll keep making the songs until I can't anymore. Like I drop dead or something like that. But, yeah, I'll keep writing these. You keep watching and listening, and I'll talk to you later. Please click that link. That's like the thing I'm really like wanting someone to do if they watch this video. All right. Bye.